Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season, the most likely reason of all, that his heart was 2 sizes too small. He stood there on Christmas Eve, staring down from his cave with a sour, Grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in the town. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming.
I must find a way to stop Christmas from coming.
Then he got an idea, an awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat, and he chuckled and clucked.
What a great Grinchy trick! With this scarf and this hat, I'll look just like Saint Nick.
But since reindeer are scarce, the Grinch simply said, "If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead." So he called his dog Max, then he took some red thread, and he tied a big horn on top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. All the Whos were dreaming sweet dreams without care, when he came to the first little house on the square. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present, and he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimbley. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. Then he did the same to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for even Who mouses. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it.
They're waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two, and then all the Whos in Whoville will cry, boo-hoo! That's a noise,
grinned the Grinch.
I simply must hear.
So he paused and put a hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, and then it started to grow. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or the other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice-cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? He puzzled and puzzled 3 hours, till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas,
he thought,
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas means a little bit more.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. The end.